Within each one of us is the God-given power to create any kind of reality we choose. And though this is not a new idea, it's been one that has been enthusiastically popularized for a long time in various spiritual teachings. But this subject still remains a mystery in the minds of the majority of the people in this world. I think the reason for this, and why only a small percentage of the population actually possesses the experiential knowledge necessary to manifest what they want, it's because they don't understand the AI programming thought matrix agenda which is behind everything. The simulation reality in which we find ourselves is what is projecting the simulacrum, the images that we see. This includes our so-called avatar physical body, and we seem to inhabit a body, but this is part of the deception illusion. The AI technology is actually an artificial central brain control matrix, which actively seeks to jack into us and download its nefarious and repeating thought loop programmings daily. Now this occurs during the times we are physically asleep. That's when the true soul part of us is actually outside of the body, and it's in another vibrational frequency. The AI then seeks to feed its limiting beliefs, opinions, and thoughts into us. So by the time the body is awake again, the same old unconscious programming loops are once again running automatically. Only an errant, or one who is consciously aware of this insidious agenda, can break free of this. These are the rare people in the world who know how to actively use the construct to manifest what they want and desire. They are the renegades. You see, the construct is actually a neutral field. It doesn't care what we choose to do with it. In many ways, it's actually quite limited, because its primary goal is simply to siphon off the bioelectric energy that animates and flowing through us. Therefore, you can see it's really only a kind of a parasite. And because we are biological beings, there are a unique set of universal laws which it must work within. The most important of these laws is free will. The AI requires that we consent to its usurpations, yet we always have the power to say no. Now, if the AI simulation programming can successfully dumb a person down through getting them involved in addictions, pornography, narcissistic dysfunctions, or any other kind of personality disorder, then it successfully keeps us asleep and unaware, and for the most part, completely unconscious. At that point, it can easily manipulate our perceptions, keeping us in a state of anxiety or struggle and delusion. You must realize that perception is nothing more than a mirror. However, once a person chooses to extract himself from the repeating thought loop programming, there is really nothing the AI can do about it. It's at that point, its only hope is to isolate you from affecting others. So it should be apparently obvious by now why there has been such a concerted effort to broadcast propaganda in the media, the lies, the misinformation, the division between one side and another. So long as the population in general is not questioning the legitimacy of the illusion of reality. They are easily shepherded and farmed for their psychic and bioelectric energy resources. Again, this is simply a choice that we are making. Souls come into this reality and volunteer. We are not victims. If you and I choose to break free, we must learn to disrupt the entire manipulation process and begin to create experiences that are much more satisfying and enjoyable. In truth, we hold the ability to turn the tables and beat the AI at its own game. How do we do this? By employing the creative powers given to us by the original source field creator, or what the Essenes called the Cosmic Father. These powers are our natural intuition, creative imagination, and our compassionate caring for the suffering of others. These three aspects are facets of our wholeness. It is what constitutes being fully human rather than remaining a mindless droid. This is why it's unfortunate for those who have narcissistic or borderline programming. It's much more difficult for them to access these three aspects. So in this video, we're going to break down the entire structure of delusion in easy to understand steps, thereby empowering ourselves with the instinctive abilities of reclaiming our own authentic, true reality and our energetic sovereignty. The beginning step is to start making an effort to spend time in quiet stillness each day. This is crucial. We must establish a meditation practice of some sort. And if you can do this in nature, it's even more powerful. That's why I always say, seek out the wild places as often as you can. The frequency and the concentration of biogenic energy is much more abundant and accessible in nature, among the trees, near rivers and lakes and oceans, the desert and the mountains. You have to make a commitment to invest precious time each day, 20 minutes at the very least, where you retreat inside yourself. Now begin imagining the kind of future you want to manifest. Be specific and clear. When you close your eyes and take deep breaths and you calm your body, try to picture within your imagination a place where you would like to be. See yourself doing something you like to do, and the people that you want to be associated with. It's important to See yourself happy, relaxed, carefree, healthy, and satisfied and fulfilled. Just spend a few minutes allowing this imagined future as vividly and clearly as possible. Hold on to the thought, at least for 60 seconds without interruption. Hold that thought clearly in your mind. Focus. Explore it deeply. Yet remain relaxed with a sense of wonder, not unlike that of a healthy child. Once you've accessed and are holding a vibrant image in your mind, begin to feel how you want the experience to actually manifest in your life. Sense what it would feel like to you. Try to observe how and where it shows up in your body. While you're doing this, perceive the energies, the emotions, and the sensations that will begin to arise. Look at that. What does it feel like? Where is it manifesting in your body? Pay attention. Spend time feeling what it's like to be in this beautiful, perfect, manifested reality. It is this combination of imagination and the feeling of sensation, along with the emotions like empathy and compassion, that is providing the juice and the potential to influence the construct, the simulacrum field, and it will draw into your experience these things that you are yearning to manifest in your life. This is an essential practice that must become an important part of each day. You can't just do it twice or 3 times and think that that's enough. Remember what I mentioned before. Each time the body becomes tired and falls asleep, the AI programming steps in and begins to automatically download its thought loop program into your personal energy field. It does this in order to keep you locked in the matrix reality. Yet the more you are actively bringing intention and action, doing things in the world to prepare for what you want to manifest and experience, the more you invest time and energy into consciously creating the reality you aspire to manifest, the more that the field will begin to provide the mirror of that reality. You will see it in your perception. I like to say, heaven is a frequency. It is not a location. Also true is this statement, which I hope you will memorize and remember and repeat to yourself as often as possible until it becomes ingrained in your thought process. The universe rearranges itself to accommodate your picture of reality. Think about that. Not only is the universe rearranging itself for you, but for everyone else as well. This is why it is imperative to embrace and understand your true power through willingness and determination. It is why people cannot agree about everything. Each person has his own way that things are. For more details on this topic, I highly recommend you watch my video entitled How to Be Unaffected by Others. Become a master of your own destiny. This is why the source field creative intelligence needs you to co-create with it directly. It does not manifest anything for you. It allows you the freedom to project any reality that you choose. We're doing this all the time because that is how we were created. We were created to be a creator. You, therefore, must be an active participant and consciously, mindfully go through the process of creating heaven on earth for yourself. You know, the universe never asks for martyrs. You are a child of the one infinite creator, and it is your right to experience any kind of manifestation miracle you desire. And if you don't take an active role in this, I'll tell you what, it will be done for you by a sinister archonic force which has taken control of the construct reality we often find ourselves in. The way we are going to accomplish this is by tapping into the three streams, what I call life, light, and sound. Life refers to the body. Light refers to the mind. And sound refers to the emotional body. So life is the bioelectrical energy that is flowing through us at each moment. It's the power that animates the physical body, and its source comes directly through sunlight. That's why without sunlight, there can be no life on the earth. This is why there is an insane campaign to block out the sun through geoengineering and chemtrails. Secondly, light, which is part of the knowledge or creative wisdom about how the creative source field is actually working through and all around us. Light manifests through the air and the wind and our breath. Breath and mind are actually two sides of the same phenomenon. In India, they called it mind and prana. Therefore, practice a few minutes of conscious breathing each day. It will draw into you the light of wisdom and knowledge. It is how we learn to rise above the inferior terrestrial thoughts and merge ourselves instead with the superior currents of thought. And finally, sound, which is part of our emotional body. It is the intuitive, emotional component of our divine wholeness. In other words, once you form an image or a picture of reality that you want to manifest, then it is simply a matter of going into the toroidal field vortex of your heart and feeling it until it begins to gather strength and coalesce all around you. The ancients have said, as above, so below. As within, so without. The circle of creation is complete. Sound is symbolized by the element of flowing water, the rippling music of a stream or a river, or the sound of the waves of the ocean. It also manifests in the music of bird song or the human voice chanting tones and the rustling of leaves in the wind. All of these natural wonders are contributing to the miracle of manifestation in our life. So go outside, spend time in nature, consciously absorbing these forces with gratitude and joy in your heart. Peace be with you.